Africa can. Morocco can. Yes, we can. Mama Africa, rise. Golden prize. Africa cup, level up. 25-5-5. AFCON now live. African football alive.
Extra 2025 here on TV47 has kicked off just the way the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco kicked off yesterday. Such a spectacle in Morocco. I flew to Morocco yesterday and I flew back to Kenya today. Welcome, my name is Tony Kwalanda. Thank you very much for joining us. For the next almost 20 or so minutes, we shall be getting deeper into exactly what happened in Rabat at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium during the opening ceremony, during the speeches of Infantino, the speeches of Motsepe, the speeches, of course, of all those who are performing at that great stadium, to the speeches that are made on the speech by the legs of Morocco and Comoros during that kickoff in that beautiful Africa Cup of Nations. I'm not alone. I'm, of course, with the best minds in football. Yesterday they were in Morocco. It's just that we didn't get to meet each other because that stadium was full, 69,000 to capacity. I am, of course, with my very good friend Celine Waizera. Karibu sana. She was supporting Comoros, a team that, of course, a country that has less than 1 million population. And also, I am joined with Michael Barnabe, ambaye alipoteza bet yake yesterday. But of course, it's not about Comoros, ilikuwa bet ya Manu. Karibu sana, Barnabe.
Kwa nilipoteza bet gani bana? Ile 10,000 na keke?
Ile Aston Villa na Manu. Michael Barnabe, of course, is a former coach and current chairman of Mseto FC and also a football analyst. Ladies and gentlemen, man, karibuni sana on this particular show. Let's just get into it. AFCON XTRA every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, giving the best uhondo from Morocco. Celine, Jani ilikuwaje? Just before now, because of course we also have a question today. Kimanzi needs to bring us that Azam decoder. Kimanzi, kwani Azam decoder umepeleka Kitui? Later your decoder. We want you to win a brand new decoder so you can watch the Africa Cup of Nations. You don't have to miss any questions, any matches from Morocco. We are asking you this question: which team are you supporting in the Africa Cup of Nations? Which team are you supporting in the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco, Rabat, and why? That's the simple question you're asking for a chance to win yourself an Azam decoder. Which team are you supporting in the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco, and why? We have 24 teams in Rabat, rather in Morocco, of course, in different cities: Agadir, in Casablanca, in Tangier, in Fez. These 24 teams, which team are you supporting? Are you Ivory Coast? Are you Senegal? Are you Morocco? Talk to us. Number ya WhatsApp is 0793 267 279. You can also call us in live on our phone number 0795 045 864. WhatsApp number is 0793 267 279. And the number, of course, to call is 0795 045 864. Tupigie simu for a chance to win a brand new decoder. Ingekuwa imeletewa hapa hivi. Simweke hiyo swali alafu ndo tulepatiwa decoder. Hii decoder nataka waone. Rudia hiyo swali tena.
Ama ulipatia. Ama Celine anaweza tuambia mahali enda. Because last time Celine was alikuwa na meza mate sana na hiyo.
Alikuwa anataka hii decoder. Tueleta. Which team for a chance to win a brand new decoder? Yani kila kitu wewe tu ni kuplug and play. Plug and play. Plug and play. Ndio hii hapa. Niko na decoder. Which team? Celine. Sujibu swali nikupatie hii.
Simple. Morocco. Simple.
Kwa nini una support Morocco?
I feel like they're at home, and if you look at the awards they have won, they have won the Under-17 AFCON, they have won the Arab Cup, they won the CHAN. Right now we're at AFCON. I think they're going to take it. And then if you look at how they train, those guys literally have cameras to monitor them training. And then when they are done, the cameras are, the footage is taken, and then they do the video analysis of the training. I feel like they have everything.
Of course, they have the best facilities in Morocco. Personally, I've witnessed them. Personally, nimeshika, nimetouch. Been there. Barnabe definitely yesterday. Comoros was about to spoil people's money in the first half.
I mean, Tony and Celine, what a day! What you know? Just interesting times to be alive,
yes.
Because that was one very, very interesting show, and honestly, the first match was just amazing because ilikuwa tu ni papa, yani everyone alikuwa anatafuta. I was very surprised na Morocco yesterday, na Comoros yesterday, because what a defense. Goalkeeper, goodness.
Yeah, that
did you see
was,
saves?
Yes.
True.
Oh,
Goalkeeper was outside.
I think Manchester United, Chelsea, nini zinafaa kuwa zinatazama sana, because watapata good qualities. And this is what Africa is made of, and we are ready for this showdown.
Indeed.
Honestly.
It was such a beautiful show yesterday, and yesterday we were TV 47 and Radio 47. Remember, Radio 47 are doing the live broadcast of the Africa Cup of Nations matches. Africa Cup of Nations matches. And so we were at the Kingdom of Morocco Embassy yesterday night, together with the Ambassador of Morocco in Kenya, His Excellency Abdel Razak Lassel. Together with the Moroccan community in Kenya, we converged at the embassy in Nairobi to witness that opening ceremony. Of course, the entire radio team was there. So, when we saw Gianni Infantino speak, when we saw Motsepe speak as well, it was awesome. And of course, the pictures you're seeing right now on your screen, these are the Comoros and Morocco fans together. And I'll start with Barnabe. Morocco fans and Comoros fans enjoying the spectacle together before the game. Barnabe was at Dandora Stadium yesterday.
No, please don't even remind me about Dandora Stadium, because goodness, I've never seen something like that. But look at what advanced countries are doing. Look at what mature fans are doing outside here. Yes. And we want to get to such stages, such a platform.
Yes.
Come on, to go far behind, because what we witnessed yesterday compared to what is happening pale Morocco ni kitu tofauti sana. Football is meant to bring us together, enjoying coffee together, enjoying a drink together, cheering our, differences, enjoying all those, diversities together, because tukona different cultures, and this is when we get to see them together, So mimi nafikiri haifai kwa ya wadui na ubaguzi na nini, soka ni ya kutuleta pamoja, lakini baki ya in Kenya mambo ni tofauti, ni ukienjoy, unaenjoy na tear gas na pia na flares. So sisi Kenya ni kama ni nyahunyo, tear gas, vandalism. We have a lot to learn from what is happening in Morocco.
And of course, Celine, that stadium that you're seeing on screen right now, it's the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. I was there when it was being constructed. It was there. They brought it down, they reconstructed it again. Morocco has never, for the last, I think 1 year, they have not built any new stadiums. They were basically reconstructing. They bring down the former stadium and they just bring up a new stadium. And of course, the images, I'm sure those are lessons that Talanta Sports City needs to pick.
Yeah, I feel like we need to pick a lot from this AFCON. Even, I'm not saying even as fans, everyone, yeah. Because we are going to host the next AFCON and we don't want to see things not done. If you look at this tournament, from the opening ceremony to everything, fans arriving, it's hosting very many different countries in one. And if you look at the stadium, it's I actually saw the opening ceremony and I was like, wow, will we ever reach this point? And it was renovated. It was not built from scratch.
Correct,
I feel like we should learn so much from this particular tournament and the host themselves.
Simon, just before Barnabe comes, Simon Bariako, welcome. This is AFCON XTRA. Nasikia uko Makueni, habari ya Makueni, unasema vipi ndugu yangu? Simon, karibu AFCON XTRA. Unatusikia na una yapi ya kusema? Okay. So we're able to get Simon Makueni. Of course, when you call us, please reduce the volume of your television. Then you can have that conversation. This is AFCON Extra. I was about to say extravaganza. This is AFCON Extra, and you talk extravaganza.
You cannot run away from the word extra. Either reduce it or make it full.
Of course, AFCON Extra here. But maybe what are you up saying? And remember, of course, whenever you call, whenever you text us, whenever you WhatsApp us, we have a chance for you to win a brand new decoder. AFCON, usiwahi miss hata siku moja.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, Morocco is it's a central, you know, a country for Africans and others. Look at even Spanish football lovers wanaweza kuja bado watazame ball pale Morocco, because kuna wachezaji wao wanaocheza Real Madrid, wako na wachezaji. So I think ni lesson kubwa, as we were saying, because ukiangalia the number of fans ambao wana attend kwa ile, more than 50,000 people, you know, in and outside. Look at what, you know, what are they doing better? We need to learn, we need to benchmark, and not only benchmarking, but rather try to do something. Sisi hata renovation yetu inakuwa ngumu, you know, because hata saa hizi tunapozungumza Kasarani inakaa renovated, but inakaa ile tu, you know, na mambo mingi. I think this AFCON haifai tu kuwa AFCON ambayo tutawatch kwa TV. Inafaa kukuwa lesson kubwa na eye opener, kwa sababu sisi ndio next. So let us not also focus on talanta peke yake. Let us focus also on other things. Kama mimi kwa mfano in Kasarani, kuna zile nini sijui wanazitaji, kuna chuma zinawekwa namna hiyo, alafu unapiga makona namna hii. By the time utoke kwa gate mpaka kwa stadium ndani, inakuchukua kama 20 minutes, na hakuna security check up. Ni security check up iko kwa gate kule, ingine iko katika, wanaangalia tu nini yako, ticket yako, then unaenda. So mimi na feel ni kama sisi tunafanya too much of nothing instead of doing in terms of security, that is. So handling this magnitude of, you know, events and people, nini, tujifunze mambo mengi sana, kwa sababu sisi ndio next na tutaki aibu kabisa. But honestly, kudos to Morocco. Tushaona, unajua kitu ikitaka kuwa successful unaionanga mwanzo. Mimi na feel it will be one of the best AFCON, na inakaya mwisho, kwa sababu sasa hizo zingine zitakuwa zinafanywa after 4 years. And so we will have to enjoy. The other thing maybe I noticed and I was really amazed is about the Prince. Prince anapenda ball. Did you see how he took his time to talk to players, to shake their hands, you know, congratulating them for reaching that milestone, for being there. The Comoros guys were like, asante sana, Prince, asante sana, you know, on behalf of the king for being here. I mean, their speeches zilikuwa zimeja sifa na mipango ambayo CAF inataka kufanya, na hiyo ndio tunataka. Football ya Africa iprogress, football ya Africa isionekane tu ya Africa. And when the Nations League itaanza pia, tutaona success kwa sababu imeanza kupangwa mapema. And so for me, I feel we are progressing as Africans and as a continent. But na pia ni challenge kubwa sisi kwetu kama Kenya. Tuko wapi katika hiyo mipango ya CAF?
Kweli kabisa. And of course, as you're seeing the groups that are, of course, playing on your screens as you speak right now, Group D's, the Group E, the Group F's, 24 nations fighting, of course, for billions of shillings. I'm very happy the prize money was increased. And of course, later on, we shall be able to hear Patrice Motsepe, the CAF president, about the funds that they will be channeling towards all member associations in the 54 nations in Africa in terms of youth development and football development. Celine, let me bring you, of course, the groups are going on Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Gabon, Mozambique, you name them. Which will be a standout team, besides Morocco, the team that you're supporting, that I'm wearing this particular jersey?
First and foremost, about yesterday's game, I really enjoyed.
And also Comoros as well. Comoros is a country of less than 1 million people.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed the game. First, to look at Morocco, they came with the attacking mentality, because you could see the way they came. They said our goal is to attack more, press more, create high scoring chances. And we saw the shots that the likes of Akina He's called what? This guy, this Arabian guy. Okay,
A Moroccan or
it's a Moroccan
Comoro.
guy. No.
There was Brahim Diaz.
Yeah, Rahimi. We saw
Rahimi.
the shots that he was giving to the Comoros goalkeeper. Again, you look at the goal that was scored by this guy, the second goal. He scanned very well the position. He positioned himself well. He scanned for free space. Yeah, he came from the bench. He scanned properly. He positioned himself well, and he scored the goal. Again, you look at Comoros. Their defense line is good, but it's a bit shaky. They need to work on it because yesterday they could have conceded a lot of goals if it was not for the goalkeeper. He was doing good saves. I think for me the outstanding team is going to be Morocco, and then we have Ivory Coast. I think it's going to stand out come this tournament, and maybe a team like Uganda. I don't know. I'm seeing they're going to be outstanding.
Yeah, of course. So let's be very optimistic about the East African nations. Remember, of course, even Comoros are just our neighbors. Hapa chini tu kwa Mozambique, where Mozambique is, Comoros is an island there, just in the middle there. And they have actually managed to get into the Africa Cup of Nations. Tanzania and Uganda also, they are the other East African representatives in that competition. Today, later on, I'm sure the groups, of course, later on today, I think Mali and Zambia will be taking on stage. Then, of course, Group B matches will be played, of course, at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. So just before I bring in Barnabe to weigh into this, let's listen to Sofiane Amrabat about how the game was against Comoros.
Yeah, we were very happy with the 3 points. It was not an easy game, but alhamdulillah, we win. It's very important to start the tournament with a win. We are happy that we could give the Prince a win, and our fans, they were here 6 hours before the game already. So yeah, 3 points are very important for us. Roman is a very important player. We just started the game and then something like this happened, and after the penalty was like, subhanallah, we have everything against us a bit. It felt like that. But I think the reaction was good, and we came back and we win the game. Of course, Hakim is our captain. He's very important for us. But he worked very hard to come back. We are waiting for him, and inshallah he will be back soon.
Sofiane Amrabat, of course, speaking about how they are missing Hakimi. But I understand Hakimi, of course, is still, he has actually recovered. He's part of the squad as a captain. And of course, later on, as the games get to gear up, they'll be able, of course, to use him. The Saiss, of course, yesterday getting injured in that competition. But still Morocco, the depth. Yeah, Morocco, Celine, they have definitely depth. And looking, yesterday, of course, it was Walid Regragui. Sektui is in charge of now the other structures of Morocco, the under-17s or the under-20s, the one, of course, the Chan as well. So you can see it's well, as in, I mean, later on I'll be able to show you, I mean, a story that I did in Morocco, later on in, of course, this particular week to see how developed Morocco is in terms of football. Celine, how do you think the group will pan out? How now that Morocco looks like, I mean, Comoros look like he can give these other teams a run for their money. Yeah. If Comoros play the way they play in the first half against Morocco, then they have a chance against Mali, they have a chance against Zambia.
Yeah, on the squad depth is there. Because if you look at their mid, Amrabat yesterday was class. I don't see him like that in Manchester United, but now he comes to Morocco, he's doing great. I think we saw how he was creating chances, and then the link up with him, Mazroui, and then we had Yunahi. Very good link up. I think the squad is there. Again, if you look at the teams that are in the same group with Morocco, I think Zambia is good, but I think Morocco is going to outshine most of the teams there. And personally, I thought Comoros is going to be an underdog of this tournament. But after what I saw yesterday, I think they're going to pull good results. Actually, they might end up second in that group if they continue with the way they are playing. I guess yesterday they just met a bigger giant. Yes. Yeah, in terms of the way they play, they met like a bigger team than them, but they are playing really good football.
Yeah, that group, you know, I think Zambia, of course, they have, Zambia and Mali have a chance, because when you lose a match, when you have a team that has lost a match, you have definitely a chance to get to number 2 or even number 1. Because if, let's say, Mali wins today, that means it's 3-3 with the Morocco. So that means you are 3 ahead. A draw sometimes puts you in a 50-50 situation. So Mali has to win, or or Zambia, but it's a very, very tricky game because they are. I think Mali and Zambia at this time, they're almost at the same stage. I mean, you cannot write off Zambia that easily. So I think it will be a tough one, and it might end in a draw. But again, any of them, ambayo itapata win, it will be a plus because now it will have to chase for the second position, because probably we feel like Morocco, itatoka hapa unbeaten. And maybe haita concede goal. But because maybe yesterday they lost Seis kwa injury, we don't know when he will return, but it is a blow to them. But that depth is something else. So I don't think they really miss him, only that he has that kind of experience that is needed at this time if they really want to. You could see him cry because they had a plan while walking out. He was really crying, pained, not because he's feeling pain, but because he is getting out of the plan ambayo wamekuwa nayo, with the coach.
Just to add on, I think Zambia is going to give Morocco a hard time when it comes to scoring, because you have known Zambia to be one of the teams that plays a more defensive game than an offensive game, and their defense is quite good. Even if you look even at the women team, good defense line. But I guess if they're gonna face Morocco with that kind of mentality, they're gonna give them a hard time on Morocco scoring. You saw the way we played with them here at Kasarani. We played like a back five, and actually we give them a hard time scoring. I think that's going to be the same case with Zambia, but again they're going to be attracting force because Morocco is going to be wanting to score more. But I guess Morocco is going to be unbeaten, the way he said. They can either draw with Zambia, but they can still beat them. Yeah.
Indeed, of course. And remember, Comoros, yesterday, of course, I was watching that particular game against Morocco. Morocco at 1 point or 2 instances or 3 instances were about to be caught on the transition or on the counter. And so that is one weakness, as of course, Celine is trying to say that Zambia will give them a run for their money. Mali will also give Morocco a run for their money if they actually ensure they execute the transitions or those particular long balls on the counter-attacks. Remember, if you're joining us, this is AFCON XTRA, and we want you to have an extra feeling about the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco. Azam are giving you a brand new decoder to watch all the Africa Cup of Nations matches all the way to January 18th. All you need to do is answer this very, very, very simple question. Of course, you can see the fans of Comoros, from Comoros, and the fans who are playing also kutoka kule Morocco wakikuwa pale. So which team do you support in the Africa Cup of Nations? It's as simple as that. For me, you can see clearly, mimi ni muti ya Morocco. Yesterday, I was at the embassy of Morocco enjoying, actually I was in Morocco, not even embassy, I was in Morocco. So we're asking you a chance for you to win this particular decoder. 0793-267-279. It's our WhatsApp number. You can send a video clip of you giving us that particular answer, your name, where you're watching this particular show from. And also, you can send us, you can call us in live 0795-045-864. Pick your simu, then of course you answer that particular simple question, tukupatia decoder, just like that. Virahisi sana. And of course, I'm just looking at this spectacle, the stadium. Remember, every country, and of course, as we almost come to an end of this podcast, every country that is playing in AFCON has their own training field.
Yes.
Barnabe.
Yes.
Yani wako na hoteli yao, wako na field yao.
Can you imagine? I mean, this is
amazing. Police,
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, the kind of infrastructure in Morocco is something else. And that is where you need to enjoy, the play. And as I've said, not only Kenya, but the rest of Africa, we have a lot to learn from them, and kudos to them. I mean, they don't really need to hype, and it's a country that hautasikia mambo yao sana, like even their politics is something else, Sasa hautasikia tu kwa mitandao, kwa TV nini, they don't talk. Sahi tuko like surprised we are here. This is what we have, this is what we've done, this is what. already mnaziona. So instead of talking mingi, we need to get to work and do some infrastructures and invite people wakuje wa enjoy like hapa Kenya to enjoy kama Morocco. I mean football games inafaa kutuleta pamoja na inafaa ikue nini moja ambayo inatupatia pia pesa as a country, you know.
And talking about pesa, Barnabe, before Celine comes in, we were able to speak to the CAF president, that is Patrice Motsepe, and he spoke about, remember, of course, there have been a lot of changes in terms of the Africa Cup of Nations after 2027, after Kenya, of course, Uganda, Tanzania host it, because it will be done after every 4 years. Now, there are good news for the member associations in terms of the funding. Let's listen in to Dr. Patrice Motsepe about the money that countries will receive in terms of football development.
The interest has been significant, and whereas I was keen to close the tender soon, there was a huge amount of interest expressed, and we had to follow, of course, the legal process, and we had to reopen. I was given the authority at the last meeting, and we had another meeting today, to reopen the two tenders. And let me repeat, the money that will be going to African football, a significant amount of that is for youth development. It's for young boys, young girls, academies. It's to make sure that we contribute to club football in every one of the 54 nations becoming globally competitive. For the first time, we gave 13 million. So every one of the 120 clubs, football clubs that participated in the Champions League and in the Confederations Cup, each got 100,000 to help them with the transport. But as I said, the 1 million is part of making sure that the CAF competitions, African competitions, are world class.
That is Patrice Motsepe, CAF president. Celine, as we wind up on this particular show, Lampard Dingetich and some, I'm supporting Egypt. They play good football, have good players. Abdullahi Beki, kijana mtetezi, anasema pamoja nikiwa ajiri. Thank you very much. Muli, I'm reading Facebook comments. Muli Kalewa, tourism attraction to see goats of Morocco climbing trees to eat fruits. Sijui unasema nini by the way. Sami Kapkelei, onyesheni gani bana, acha maneno mengi. Tunaonyesha game za AFCON kwa Radio 47. Today, of course, Mali, Zambia. How does, you said, of course, that group will look very different, and then we are getting into Group B.
I think Zambia is going to carry the day.
Yes.
And I'm not underestimating Mali, but it's either Zambia is going to win or it's going to end in a draw.
Okay. Yeah. On your game, first we'll be starting at 5 p.m. Kenyan time. That is Zambia versus Mali.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, tunaweza pata draw, but because this two sides pia, you don't want to start on a negative side, or utaki kukimbia ufanye vitu kwa haraka, ni game one, so you have also to measure, you know, the waters and try to see hawa watu wanachezaje, the atmosphere, everything. Match one or game one is always you know, there to measure a lot of things, but again at the end of the day you have to get a win. So I think I give it to Zambia. Yes, probably a 1-0 win or 2-1. Not too much goals, because all of them will be very, very careful.
Thank you very much, Michael Barnabe, chairman of Mseto FC, and of course our football commentator, as well as Celine Wedira, football commentator here on AFCON XTRA. Many thanks indeed for watching. Your comments have come in through at 8 p.m. South Africa versus Angola, at 11 p.m. Egypt versus Zimbabwe. Tutakuwa tunaingia mambo ya Group B. But of course, remember, Radio 47 are bringing you those matches live. This is TV 47. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow at 1:30.
Africa can, Morocco can. Yes, we can. Mama Africa, rise. Golden prize. Africa Cup, level up. 25-5-5. AFCON now live. African football alive.